Ladies and gentlemen, success is not reserved for the privileged. It is not hidden in secret vaults or locked away in the hands of a chosen few. The truth is, everything you desire is already within your reach, but the key to unlocking it is not outside of you, it is within you. You must assume the feeling of your desired state before you see it. You must embrace it before it manifests. Because you don't receive what you want, you receive who you are. Everything in life begins with a thought. Everything you see, every invention, every success story, every breakthrough, before it became reality, it first existed in the unseen realm of the mind. The difference between those who achieve their desires and those who struggle is not external circumstances, it is their ability to assume the feeling of their desired reality before it appears. You do not wait to see change before you believe it. You believe it, and then you see it. The principle is simple. What you assume and embody within will become your external reality. Many people live their lives waiting. They wait for the opportunity to come before they prepare. They wait for the money to arrive before they feel wealthy. They wait for the promotion before they carry themselves like a leader. But life does not work that way. The great achievers of history, the men and women who shaped nations, transformed industries, and led movements, they did not wait to feel worthy of success before they stepped into it. They carried the mindset, the attitude, and the emotions of victory long before the evidence appeared. Your mind is not just a tool for thinking, it is the soil where the seeds of your future are planted. Whatever you consistently water with belief and emotion will grow. If you cultivate fear, worry, and doubt, then you will reap more of the same in your life. But if you assume the feeling of faith, confidence, and success, the circumstances around you will begin to align with that assumption. The challenge is that many people are waiting for external proof before they shift their mindset. They say, "I will believe it when I see it." But the truth is, you will see it only after you believe it. There is a principle that most people overlook. Life does not give you what you wish for, it gives you what you expect. The subconscious mind operates on expectation. It is not moved by mere hope or passive desire. It responds to certainty, conviction, and belief. When you assume the feeling of your desired outcome, your entire being begins to operate from that state. Your words, your posture, your energy, and even your decisions will align with that feeling. You will begin to notice doors opening, opportunities appearing, and resources aligning, not because they suddenly exist, but because your new state of mind allows you to recognize and attract them. Look at the lives of the most successful and impactful individuals. They did not wait for circumstances to validate their belief in themselves. They carried the mindset of success before they had any reason to. They spoke with authority before anyone recognized their leadership. They made decisions as if they were already where they wanted to be. That is the secret. You cannot wait until you have the evidence before you act. You must walk as if it is already done. If you desire wealth, stop carrying the mindset of lack. If you want to be a leader, start assuming the confidence and responsibility of one today. If you seek love and meaningful relationships, assume the feeling of being loved and valuable now. You do not become successful when you achieve a goal. You become successful when you embody success as a state of being. There is power in feeling before seeing. Faith is not passive hope, it is active certainty. When you assume the feeling of what you desire, you send a signal to the universe, to your subconscious, and to the people around you, that you are already living in that reality. The world will begin to respond accordingly. But you must first assume it in your heart, in your mind, and in your actions. The moment you do, it is already yours. This expanded keynote captures the commanding, principle-driven, and faithful style of Dr. Miles Monroe. Let me know if you need any adjustments. Sure, here's the expanded version with 2 keynotes. Keeping the powerful and principle-driven style, everything in life is first created in the mind before it is ever seen in reality. The life you are living today is a result of the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions you consistently held in the past. If you want to change your future, you must first change what you assume to be true about yourself and your circumstances. You cannot wait for external proof before you shift your mindset. Because life does not give you what you want, it gives you what you expect. When you assume the feeling of your desired outcome, your entire being aligns with that state. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions begin to move in the direction of that assumption. If you desire success but constantly dwell on thoughts of failure, you are sending a message to yourself and the world that you are not ready for success. But when you assume the mindset of victory, when you begin to walk, talk, and think like a person who has already achieved what they desire, you start to attract the people, opportunities, and circumstances that match that energy. Most people live their lives reacting to their environment. They wait for something good to happen before they feel happy. They wait for opportunities before they believe in themselves. But this is the wrong approach. You must first assume the feeling of success, confidence, and abundance before you see any evidence of it. The mind is powerful, and it operates on expectation. The moment you fully embrace the feeling of your desired state, life begins to shift in your favor. History has shown us that the greatest leaders, inventors, and visionaries all had something in common. They assumed the feeling of success before they had any reason to. They saw themselves as leaders before anyone recognized them as such. They believed in their ideas before anyone else did. This is why they succeeded, because their belief shaped their reality. If you study the lives of the most successful individuals, you will find that they did not wait for validation from the world. They validated themselves through their thoughts, emotions, and actions. They walked in confidence long before they had any evidence to justify it. If you want to change your life, you must stop waiting for permission. You must stop looking at your current circumstances as a limitation. Instead, assume the feeling of where you want to be. If you desire financial abundance, stop thinking and acting from a place of lack. Begin to see yourself as someone who is already blessed, already successful, and already in possession of the resources you need. If you want to be a leader, carry yourself as one today. If you desire love and meaningful relationships, assume the feeling of being loved and valuable now. The principle is simple. Whatever you assume internally will manifest externally. Many people struggle with this concept because they rely too much on what they see. They say, "I will believe it when I see it," but that is not how faith works. Faith operates on the principle of believing before seeing. You must assume the feeling of your desired state and hold on to it, even when circumstances seem unchanged. The moment you do, everything begins to shift. The mind is like a magnet. Whatever you focus on with emotion, you attract. If you focus on problems, you will find more problems. If you focus on solutions, opportunities will reveal themselves. If you assume the feeling of success, success will find you. But the key is consistency. You cannot assume confidence one day and doubt the next. You cannot walk in faith today and in fear tomorrow. You must make a decision to remain in the state of belief until it becomes your reality. The world does not respond to wishful thinking, it responds to conviction. It responds to those who assume the feeling of their desires and walk in it daily. The moment you shift your state of mind, the moment you fully embrace the feeling of what you seek, it is already yours. This version expands on the speech while keeping it direct, motivational, and principle-driven. Let me know if you need any refinements. Certainly. Here's the expanded speech with 3 keynotes, staying in the powerful and principle-driven style. Everything in life begins with a thought. Before anything exists in the physical world, it must first exist in the unseen realm of the mind. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every success story started with an individual who assumed the feeling of their desire before it became a reality. The mistake many people make is that they wait for external evidence before they believe. But that is not how life works. The principle is simple. Assume the feeling and it is yours. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It is the birthplace of your future, the foundation upon which everything else is built. What you focus on, you create. If you dwell on lack, you will experience more of it. If you constantly feel unworthy, opportunities will pass you by. But if you assume the mindset of success, confidence, and abundance, your entire being will begin to align with that reality. Your thoughts shape your emotions shape your actions, and your actions determine your results. The moment you shift your inner state, your external world will follow. Most people allow their emotions to be controlled by their circumstances. They wait for something good to happen before they feel happy. They wait for money to arrive before they feel wealthy. They wait for recognition before they feel valuable. But this approach is backward. You must first assume the feeling of what you desire before it manifests in your life. The moment you start thinking, feeling, and acting like the person you want to become, you send a signal to the world that you are ready for it. Life does not give you what you wish for, it gives you what you expect and assume to be true. Everything you desire is already available to you, but it requires a shift in your mindset to access it. This is why people who expect to win always find a way to win, and people who expect to fail always find a reason to fail. Your assumption becomes your reality. If you desire success, stop thinking and acting like a person struggling to make it. Walk with confidence, speak with authority, and carry yourself as if you are already where you want to be. When you assume the feeling of success, you will naturally begin to attract the people, resources, and opportunities that align with that state. Faith is not about wishing for something to happen, it is about knowing it is already done. The greatest leaders, innovators, and history makers understood this principle. They did not wait for their dreams to materialize before believing in them. They walked in confidence long before anyone else recognized their greatness. They spoke as if their vision was already a reality. They prepared for opportunities that had not yet appeared because they knew beyond a doubt that what they assumed would come to pass. This is why assuming the feeling of your desire is so important. When you assume the feeling of success, you begin to see opportunities that others miss. When you assume the feeling of love, you attract meaningful relationships. When you assume the feeling of abundance, you develop the mindset and discipline necessary to create wealth. Your expectation shapes your experience. You cannot wait for things to change before you change. You must change first, and the world around you will respond. The problem many people face is inconsistency. They assume confidence one day and doubt the next. They walk in faith today and fear tomorrow. But the key to transformation is consistency. You must commit to living in the feeling of your desire every day, regardless of what is happening around you. Hold on to the belief that it is already done. The moment you do, you will see doors open, resources appear, and circumstances shift in your favor. You do not receive what you want. You receive who you are. So assume the feeling of what you desire, and it is already yours. So today, I challenge you. Assume the feeling, and it is yours. Stop waiting for permission to become what you were born to be. Walk in it, live in it, breathe in it. Because the moment you believe it is done, it is already on its way to you. Thank you. This speech carries the commanding, faith-driven, and motivational tone of Dr. Miles Monroe. Let me know if you want any adjustments.